Hey everyone, I'm Naomi, and I'm about to break down 5 things I think are really cool about ELEX II. I did it in a countdown because why not? Let's go. Number 5, your choices affect the story. No, really, they do. ELEX II is a true RPG, meaning the choices you make while playing directly impact the story and how it unfolds. You can literally change how the game ends. And don't you just love when you can do that? That's right, you have to watch your steps and choose wisely what you say to the various characters you meet throughout, and especially what you do, or else you may be left with a few regrets. And yep, even your early on choices can have long-term effects. So if you want to keep certain attributes and have the story go your way, choose wisely and hope that the consequences work in your favor. Side note, if you played the first ELEX game, then you'll be happy to know that to create the story for ELEX II, the devs decided to select the most popular choices from the previous game to create the story for this one. Pretty cool, right? Number 4, you can pick and choose which faction you want to join, or skip joining one altogether. Factions are a big part of the gameplay. Each one you encounter is unique in the abilities and equipment that you gain when you decide which one to join. And yes, your choice of faction affects the story too. There are the Berserkers, the Elves, the Morkans, the Outlaws, and the Clerics. By joining one, you acquire better skills and equipment that you wouldn't have access to otherwise. But here's something cool. As a first for the franchise and for an added challenge, you can decide to go rogue and skip factions altogether. Going Lone Ranger sounds fun, but extremely difficult, so proceed with caution. Number 3, an improved combat system and weapons galore. When it comes to fighting and the various ways you can go about taking down the over 100 baddies in ELEX II, the options are virtually endless. Whatever your preferred fighting style is, ELEX II probably has it, and is much improved from ELEX I. Quick attacks, dodging, luring, aerial combat, and things like hold harder to hit harder and better control are all part of it. So you can make it as simple or as varied as you want. There are abilities like fireball throwing and lightning strikes. Yes, there's even magic. And weapons like laser weapons and even swords. Melee fans will love those. Oh, and rocket launchers and even bow and arrows. Number 2, the early game grind isn't forgiving, but in a good way. Developer Piranha Bytes knows how to throw you straight into the fire when it comes to their various titles, and ELEX II is no different. If you like grinding, as I do, this game is sure to deliver. Our main protagonist, Jax, basically starts at 0 with a flimsy weak weapon, a short stamina meter, and hardly any useful skills or attribute points. And depending on the difficulty level you're playing, the enemies you encounter are pretty frequent in the beginning, and they all vary in difficulty, which means some will be relatively easy to take down, but others are most definitely not, and some won't leave you alone either. You can try to outrun them, but more often than not, they'll catch up to you and kill you in a single blow. So after a few deaths, it's up to you to decide if the fight is worth it. I, for one, frequently decided to tippy-toe around and avoid them altogether. So at the start, make sure you loot as much as you can, so you can increase your stats as fast as possible, which you can do through things like finding and drinking special potions and learning to craft. And don't even think about hoarding those ability points. Use them as you go. Oh, and did I forget to mention that there is no health regen at the start? Ouch. And finally, number 1, it's a vast and beautiful open world. As with the first game, ELEX II is a sprawling open world with various biomes to explore and endless main missions and side quests to keep you busy, offering quite a lot more than its predecessor this time around. The exploring is completely unrestricted. You can go just about anywhere, and it's entirely up to you how you navigate the world. As for me, I loved moving about in my jetpack. It can be used in creative ways too, like jumping off a very high cliff. Just fall off and tap your jetpack before you land to soften your fall so you don't lose health or die. Something the game doesn't exactly teach you, but is extremely useful and fun to use. And who doesn't love an abundance of quests that flawlessly help you progress and take advantage of everything this post-apocalyptic science world has to offer? So that is basically what I think is the coolest. Please let me know in the comments below what you love about the game or what you're looking forward to the most, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye for now. Hey, it's me again. Be sure to subscribe to THQ Nordic's YouTube channel right here to see more from the various game titles, and also click here to see the official trailer for ELEX II, the game you just saw. Do it.